Good morning, everybody. It's KB5 MIQ Big Boy. Thought we'd put a little video out. Got a couple of things we're going to chit chat on today. First off, I'm only 11 subscribers away from giving this book away. 1992 mint condition ARRL handbook. A lot of y'all may think, why am I giving away a 35-year-old book? Well, one thing, low budget channel, no sponsors, but HKV and DLX come up with this and thought that, hey, ham radio cat, come on up here, buddy. Uh, just give it away, generate some interest. The book is 30 something years old. In fact, it's the same book I've got. And it won't cover modern digital, but it does cover everything about the principles of radio, antennas, antenna propagation, operate procedures, history of ham radio, and all that's never going to change. So it'd be a good addition to any new ham shack or anybody wanting to be a ham. And we're even going to get the three of us to autograph the inside cover of it. And those three autographs and $6, $7, $8 probably get you a cup of coffee anywhere in the world. Hey, cat. But anyway, we hit 400. We'll do a video telling everybody how to enter it. Okay, Jeff and I was talking the other night about something, and hearing a lot of, come on, cat, hush. Hang on a minute, let me get this cat. Come here. Come here. Get up here. This ham radio cat's acting a fool this morning, and she's probably going to jump down. Yep. Anyway, talking about novice techs, current privileges versus some people that are wanting to, are asking for more phone privileges for novice techs. You know, I'm kind of on the fence about that. I want to see techs on low band, but I want to see them operating correctly and getting the right licenses to operate. There's plenty of other ways to communicate as a tech on the low bands. Even though I don't do CW, y'all know why I don't. That's a hearing issue. But there's a novice tech portion for CW only on the 75-80 meter band. There's a novice tech portion for CW on the 40 meter band. And let's see, novice tech portion for CW on the 15 meter band. And of course, on the 10 meter band, you have the novice tech portion and the phone portion of 28.3 to 28.5. Those are good avenues. We're seeing some people talk about CW now that are trying to learn it, and that's great. It really is. You always can make contacts on CW, and probably you're going to find a lot less crowded areas to make some DX contacts on CW. Now, I've never knocked CW. I wish I could do it, but hearing just won't let me do it, and I never have interfaced the computer in with it just to try to work it on the computer. I know you can do that, and eventually one day I might do it. But right now, I'm not. I'm going to just keep working phone the way I'm working it. But that's something to think about. Always something to think about. Getting some good comments, good questions. Come on, cat. What is my silly cat? Getting some good comments, good questions being sent to me, and then I'll try to answer every one of them. My thing has always been with techs limiting themselves to VHF, UHF, especially repeater work, is there's not a lot of traffic over. I'm afraid you'll get bored with them. Nets are a good thing if you want to check into nets. I'm not a big net check-in person. I need to get back into checking some of these club nets just to participate in them. I don't know why I don't, other than the fact it's maybe I ran so many nets in the military, I'm just not good. Just don't like to check into formal nets now. Not knocking them; they're a great way to stay in touch and keep up with the hobby. Our 10-meter net is not. Is not a net. It's just a very informal round table. We try to meet on here 4 nights a week, And we really hope other people around the country check in with us, because it's sometimes hard for the three of us to come up with something to talk to each other about 4 nights a week, every week. And we really look forward to other people checking in with us. And that's what we hope can continue to happen on 10 meters. Let's see, there was another subject I was going to talk about, and it's getting old and memory and everything. Um, oh, yeah, my email question today was a guy that's upgrading to general and wanting to work 10 meter FM, and sent me a couple of different types of these 10 meter mobile radios if they would work 10 meter FM. I've worked 10 meter FM, been a long time. In fact, I couldn't remember the procedures for it, so I looked it up, and 10 meter FM inputs on repeaters are 100 kilohertz below the repeater frequency. So if you're looking for a mobile to work 10 meter FM with in your general, be sure it's capable of working split function. Uh, One of the radios he sent me, I believe, will work split. The other one, I couldn't find a split function on it. So if you upgrade to general and you want to put a 10 meter mobile in your car, or use it as a base in your house, uh, and you want to work a repeater, just be sure it's got the capability to work a split function, and it would help if it had the PL tone capability. I noticed a lot of those repeaters aren't toned controlled, but there was some that were. So something to think about there. Had another question about type of HF rig and antennas to run mobile with. And this particular guy wanted to keep it garage friendly. And probably a reference to one of my other videos where I had the 102-inch steel whip mounted on top of a pipe rack on a pickup. That's great. Buddy of mine down the road used to be real active on mobile HF. He would just set his rig in the passenger seat, and he ran the single band Hustler mobile antennas. He had a resonator and antenna set up for every band. And he run it on a bumper mount on the back of his car and had good luck with it. And that type of setup would be garage friendly. The only drawback would be having to stop to change bands going down the road. I think Wolf River Coils has a mobile type setup, but even those, I believe you still got to stop and rewrap the wrap around it for what band you're going to operate on. But there are ways to operate HF running mobile and keep it garage friendly and drive through friendly. And honestly, the Hustler resonators are pretty well tried and true design. Been around a long time. And I think you can buy them in two versions. You can buy one, I believe, is a 300 watt version, and the other one is a full legal limit version if you're running an amp mobile. I don't have any experience with that. In fact, my only mobile experience comes from a 10 meter mobile radio years ago, running those 10 meter mobile. But there's good ways to do it. Just have to look, see what application works for you. HKV ran into this problem, and he hadn't been able to figure out a way around it yet. He's got a newer Ford pickup that's all aluminum, and he can't run a mag mount on it. And got a bed cover on it, so it's kind of interfering with putting a clamp on the inside of the bed lip with some metal to run the mag mount on. So something else, when you buy a vehicle and you're looking at antenna options and you don't want to drill holes in the vehicle, these new aluminum Ford pickups are not going to be mag mount friendly antennas. And for an antenna, you don't think about that until the time comes and you run into that type of situation. So just some random thoughts to think about. Still seeing questions on social media about beginner and starter radios and things like that. So if you ask that question, just be careful what answer you're going to get. I personally, for HF rigs, I don't believe there's a starter radio. The radio you need to pick is a radio your budget will handle and what you're wanting to do and what class of license you're wanting to do. If you're a general and above, highly recommend an all mode radio, just for the fact that in case you want to work some FM, especially the 10 meter repeaters down at 10 starting on up, you'll have the capability to do it. If you're like me and operated as a tech plus, what they used to call it, for years till I upgraded, my old 701 single sideband CW rate ready mode worked fine. That's all I was allowed to operate on 28.3 to 28.5 was single sideband. We had a great time with that radio. So don't let yourself be talked into a radio called a starter or beginner or basic. Look at the class license you have and what you're wanting to do with it, and pick a radio accordingly. Uh, Radios are really, compared to prices of 30 to 40 years ago, they're a little cheaper for new ones in comparison. Used rigs are going up in price. They really are. Uh, I'll give you a good comparison on a radio cost. A buddy of mine gave me a old copy of QST, a '79 copy, and I'm pretty sure that was the year my first rig came out because it had an ad from AES. ICOM 701 was the first HF radio ICOM come out with, and it was the first all transistor radio they come out with as far as HF rigs go. And my particular radio in '79, and exactly the way I had it, I had the matching ICOM power supply with speaker. I had the ICOM desk mic that came with that radio, all three pieces. That radio in '79 was $1,695. Now, if you look on MTC's website, I'm almost certain, I'd have to look it up. Don't quote me on this. I think they've got an 891 on there for a little over $600. The AC 891, which is an all mode radio, and I know it covers HF and 6 meters. I don't think it covers VHF and UHF, but you have to have a power supply, which you're looking at, say, $200 a power supply. You're still half what that old 701 cost 40 years earlier. So don't, getting into HF is an expensive option, but it's still, in my book, cheaper than what it was even when I got into the hobby. So there's something to think about on that. Well, that's about all I can come up with today. There was something else I was going to bring up, and it slipped my mind. And like I said, I don't use a script to do these with, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this one off here. If I think about it, I'll put another one out later in the week. But remember, Main Trading Company, Paris, Texas, MTC Radio. I think online, they've really good ham company to deal with. Pretty good stock of stuff all the time, radios, antennas, and they got other merchandise. So check them out. Remember your club pages on Facebook: 4 States Amateur Radio, Dallas Amateur Radio, Cowtown Amateur Radio, Shreveport Amateur Radio. Just good ones to get information on for your local ham and are wanting to become a ham. There's a lot of other Facebook pages: Ham Radio, Flea Market, Trading Post, Ham Radio, Amateur Radio Elmer's, Texas Amateur Radio. Good places for information. I want to thank everybody who subscribed to the channel. Like I said, we're at 389. We get 11 more subscribers. We're going to do a video and give that book away to somebody. I'll even pay the postage to get it to you. All I ask is the winner send me a picture that I can put in one of my videos. Hope everybody has a great week. Remember my call sign, KB5MIQ. My email's on my QRZ page. Feel free to drop me an email. I'll do my best to answer every email and comment. Hope everybody has a great week. KB5MIQ, Big Boy, 73.